In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 8, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Red Sox versus Cleveland Guardians. The Boston Red Sox and Cleveland Guardians will wrap up their 3-game series on Thursday night in Cleveland. The two teams have split the first 2 games of the series, with Boston taking the opener 5-4 and Cleveland bouncing back with a 5-2 win on Wednesday night. Boston is 9-3 in their last 12 games against the American League Central and 4-10 in their last 14 games following a loss, while the over is 15-5-1 in their last 21 Thursday games. Cleveland is 2-7 in their last 9 games following a win and 20-7 in their last 27 Game 3 matchups, while the under is 20-4-2 in their last 26 home games. After scoring 5 runs in Game 1, the Red Sox offense returned to its recent struggles in Game 2 with just 2 runs and 6 hits in the loss. Boston has averaged under 3.5 runs per game now in its last 12 games. Thanks to Chris Sale's injury, the Red Sox have now had to piece together a rotation in recent days and will ask Kluber to return to the starting rotation on Thursday night. Kluber has an earned run average over 6 this season and coughed up 11 home runs while struggling with his command in 9 starts this season. He will be tasked to slow down a Guardians lineup that had 10 hits on Wednesday night and seems to be finding its stride in recent games. Civale pitched very well in his return from the injury list and has a stronger bullpen behind him than Kluber does to take care of the late innings. Cleveland's Aaron Civale has been strong to start the year, as he holds an earned run average of 2.04 across his 3 starts. This should be a low-scoring game, which will be advantageous for Cleveland, who continue to find ways to win. Boston will start Dermody, who will be making his season debut after Chris Sale's injury. Dermody has a career 5.6 earned run average, with his last start coming in August 2022 with Toronto. With Dermody's lack of experience this season, the Guardians should be primed to take the victory and the series. So the Cleveland Guardians money line is our full game side pick. The Red Sox offense has struggled now for nearly 2 weeks, while the Guardians are the 29th ranked scoring offense in baseball. The two teams are 1-1 to the under in the first 2 games of this series, with Boston averaging 3.5 runs. In Civale's 3 starts this season, the Guardians are 2-0-1 to the under. Boston has played under the total in 3 of its last 5 games. I think Civale can give the Guardians another solid start the same way he did in his return to the Guardians rotation last turn through. While the Guardians offense still remains hard to trust, and a potential bullpen game could be bailed out by Cleveland's struggles at the dish, this just has the makings of a low-scoring game in my eyes. Even with Kluber on the mound, I still like this game to stay below the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Atlanta Braves. 2 of the top 3 teams in the National League East will face off in the second game of their 3-game series on Thursday at SunTrust Park. The Atlanta Braves are the current leaders of the division with a 36-24 record, going 5-5 in their last 10. Meanwhile, the New York Mets are a game below average at 30-31 after losing their past 4 games in a row. The Mets are 35-16 in their last 51 Thursday games and 40-19 in their last 59 during Game 3 of a series. The Braves are 5-1 in their last 6 during Game 3 of a series and 4-1 in their last 5 Thursday games. The under is 6-2 in Mets' last 8 overall. The under is 5-2-1 in Braves' last 8 overall. The Mets are 0-6 in the last 6 meetings in Atlanta and 1-8 in the last 9 meetings. This game is a toss-up, and while the Braves have the momentum with their winning streak and their home field advantage, I am banking on the law of averages to favor the Mets. Eventually, the Mets are going to win some games, and I have confidence that Verlander can pick this team out of their slump. The Mets also have the better odds to win more money with a win, so I tend to lead towards a bigger payout during games that could easily go one way or the other. The Braves actually have a worse record at home as opposed to away from home this year, and the Mets are 35-16 in their last 51 games on Thursday. I know the Atlanta Braves are the better team. They're at home, and Spencer Strider is one of the best pitchers in the league. Justin Verlander is also still working his way back, as he has just 36 innings under his belt. All that said, we're getting Verlander at plus money. This will be just the third time since 2018 Verlander is an underdog. I'll take it, as you rarely get this option. So the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. With a couple of aces on the mound, I'm a bit surprised by an 8.5-run line. Justin Verlander has had a couple of rough outings so far this season, but he's done a good job in the other 4. Spencer Strider, on the other side, has allowed 12 runs over his previous 4 starts, and he still looks like one of the most dominant hurlers in the majors. I'm expecting a strong performance from both Verlander and Strider. In the last 10 days, the Braves bullpen has amassed a nice 2.05 earned run average and a 3.97 Fahrenheit IP, and the Mets relievers have recorded a 4 earned run average and 3.32 Fahrenheit IP. With these two pitchers going up against each other, I expect a pitching duel to commence on Thursday. Their reputations precede them, and the Braves have given up the least number of runs in the National League so far this season. The Mets have not been able to score more than 4 runs in their last 7 games, and the Braves have held their opponents to less than 5 runs in 7 of their last 9 contests. Furthermore, both bullpens have the ability to hold leads no matter how small they are. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus Los Angeles Angels. It's the conclusion of an interleague series on the diamond out in the Golden State as a pair of teams looking to make a move in their respective playoff chases do battle. The Chicago Cubs are on the road as they finish up a 3-game set with the Los Angeles Angels Thursday night. Chicago is 5-17 in their last 22 road games and 2-8 in their last 10 interleague games, while the under is 8-1 in their last 9 games overall. Los Angeles is 4-9 in their last 13 Thursday games and 3-7 in their last 10 interleague home games, while the under is 8-1-2 in their last 11 interleague games against a team with a left-handed starter. Both teams have had their ups and downs through the first 2 months of the season, making things difficult to get an accurate read on them. Smiley has dropped his last 2 starts but has pitched well over the course of the year, providing a stable middle-of-the-rotation arm for the Cubs. Meanwhile, Detmers has been struggling all year, finding himself without a win on the books at this point of the year with an earned run average north of 5. It's tough to get excited about the Angels' chances with him on the mound given what we've seen in recent outings. The Cubs bullpen has struggled, as we saw again Tuesday night, but the bats should be able to get enough runs on the board against Detmers to give the visitors a chance here. I just don't believe that Reid Detmers should be favored in any way, shape, or form in an MLB game against a decent team like the Cubs. Sure, the Cubs haven't been world beaters since their hot start to the year, and Drew Smiley's been roughed up a bit in a couple of recent outings, but he's still the better option here, and I believe that there's value with the Cubs in this spot. So the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. Chicago has seen the under post a 30-29-1 mark on the season entering Wednesday's action. The Cubs are tied for 18th in the majors entering Wednesday as they average 4.35 runs per game this season, though that climbs slightly to 4.38 runs per game on the road. Chicago has seen an average total of 8.73 runs per game on the year, which climbs slightly to an average of 8.86 runs per game away from Wrigley Field. Los Angeles has seen the over go 30-29-3 in their games entering Wednesday's game. The Angels are 8th in the majors by averaging 4.82 runs per game, a number that rises to 4.93 runs per game at home. Los Angeles has an average total of 9.55 runs per game, and that bumps to 9.93 runs per game at home. Chicago has been an under machine of late, and Smiley has been solid on the bump. Look for this game to wind up short of the mark. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.